My name is Mark Anthony Duwells Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986, and I would like to say thank you for tuning in. Today, I want to talk about something on a personal thing that I've been going through. And I want to say that fear. What is fear? And what fear can make us do and make us be and make us act like. Something that I realized about myself just this past, mainly just today. I kind of woke up with this level of fear in me of, what if I'm wrong? I wonder how many other people kind of go through that same thing. What if I'm wrong? What if what you're doing isn't right? What if what you're doing is, like, best case scenario, only hurting yourself, but worst case scenario, helping everyone else around you? Because everything about you is a lie. Everything about you is false. Everything about you is not real. It's all just a lie. It's all fake. Nothing's good gonna come from anything that you're doing and what you're working on. That you're just gonna absolutely just fail. Fear came over me today of thinking, like, what if I'm not right? And I don't want to say not right in the sense of like just the dog itself, but kind of even just an overall encompassing thing of my entire life of where I got to where I am today with what's going on with me. What if I'm not right? What if everything that I believe in, everything that I've studied, everything that I've read, everything that I've researched has led me to this point of realizing everything that I'm trying to figure out how to be able to say fix is all a lie. It's all wrong. And that fear came over me in a way of making me, in reality, start to do some stuff. Start to do some weird things. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of just like so involved with like, I'm going to use that word there. I love studying and watching and paying attention to the dogs. I don't know what it is. I used to be a people watcher like crazy. I would just watch everyone, see what everyone's doing, watch the language, watch how people talk and move. And I don't know what it is. I love to watch people. I still like doing that, but not nearly as much as I like watching some dogs. And I've really been studying this because today something really did happen when me going through this idea in my mind of what if I'm wrong, then I'm looking at a dog. I'm looking at my Dalmatian. And she did something today that in reality got me really thinking a lot. She used to be so excited to see people. And she would just be like so happy, just like I'm on this rampage, I just on this rush, like I want to meet you, I want to be around you, I want you to pet me. I really got to thinking, she's scared. She's scared of people. She's fearful of people. And I was only able to find that by getting her to be able to get calm and then putting her in that same situation and see what she would do. And in reality, it's past, I don't know, like 3-4 weeks, I've been heavily doing that. Say, go meet him. And she's always like suspicious. She's always like, what are you going to do to me? And in reality, she was doing these like exciting looking things to like cover up her fear. To like almost in a way that she's trying to say push through her fear, but she's not pushing through the fear. She's still in fear in the hopes that if I look happy and I'm fun to you, you're not going to do anything to me. But she's scared. And in reality, I was like misreading all of that by seeing what I was seeing. Misreading the entire situation. I thought, man, I was like, this dog really just likes to be around people. I'm going to say she likes being around people, but she don't like people all touching all on her. And she was, in my mind, looking at it today, she's just scared of what someone's touch is going to do to her. She's cool with being next to you. She's cool with being around you. But she was always hesitant of that first time you would try to put your hands on her. Depending on how you approached, she would have a different response. And I started to see that, the calmer that she got. And I didn't really get to see it when she was all excitable. And that's something in me that really got me thinking is like, we don't really know who we are until we can get away from the overexcitement, until we get away from the being scared, until we get away from the depression, the anxiety. We really don't know who we are. Man, we really don't know who we are. We're always out here trying to guess and trying to act like and trying to portray something to the world, but we never really know who we actually truly are inside. And to me, that's what in reality can bring fear to me. Because as much as I can say, I do this, I do that, it always still hits me of, what if? And that what if is a very, very tricky little phrase, I guess you can say. And it's something that's so tricky in the way that it can make you start to doubt what it is that you're doing. It can make you try to like pull back. It can make you not want to talk about. It can make you not want to do because of what's going on in you. That you're not in that calm stance of being able to just process what's actually going on. To then be able to figure out how to be able to work through what's actually going on. Because something I've seen, just in a simple dog sense here, I see this a lot from a lot of dogs. that we had the dog meet a lot of people when they're puppies and stuff, and everyone's petting on them, everyone's touching on them, everyone's doing all this stuff to them, and it seems like the dog likes it. But then something happens later on that now the dog is like barking at people, and it's like starting to just amp up and ramp up and ramp up. I believe that's a very similar situation that was going on with my Dalmatian. She was cool with some, but not all. She was cool with being around, but not to touch. And if I just kept forcing her and pushing her into it without really understanding what's going on, thinking she likes it, for one. She likes it. So I'm going to keep making her do it because she likes it. As opposed to today, this may be messed up, but this is just the way I understand life. You're scared of it? We got to go through it. We got to do it. I got to put you around it. I gotta expose you into this. I could put you in the scenario, and then it's now time for you to make a decision what you're going to do. So what I've been doing with her is put her in the scenario. So she's just sitting in the van or she's on leash, and I just stand there. At some point, she'll go meet the person, and she'll go hang out with the person, go let them touch them. And then other times, she's like, I'm trying to get the heck out of here. I'm trying to run away. But when she's trying to run away, I'm just going to stay. We're going to stay here. We're going to stay here. We're going to stay at it and stay at it, stay at it. That's something that I realized about myself. That fear creeped in of what if? And I said, I got to stay in it and stay in it and stay in it and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. Because fear isn't, in my mind, just how I'm kind of looking at these lands. It's not real. It's some fake stuff, these fake thoughts that come to us. That's kind of like trying to tell us what to do, tell us where to go, tell you who you are, tell you how you should look, tell you how you should dress, tell you everything about you. As opposed to you, inside of you, being absolutely nothing. Straight up, being nothing inside of us with no thoughts of just being a body that's moving. That's who you are. But all these voices are telling you what you should do. So for me, when that comes on and that, say, fear creeps in, I'm going to go further, harder into this in reality. And some days, this is the part where things can get difficult because it'll just keep pounding and pounding and pounding. It'll just keep getting further. It'll keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Where it's like what you're doing isn't working. Then you can hear it from your family, from your friends, from your coworkers, from everyone. Everyone around is starting to gang up and starting to say this to you. And they can make you think like, nah, I do need to change. I am wrong. I'm not doing anything right. When everyone around you is like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. That for me is in reality the time to really just push harder into it. It really is. You know, if you're out there doing something illegal, don't keep doing it. If you're out there doing something that is just putting you in a, because to each your own, do what you do. I don't even want to say what I was going to say there, but I was going to say if you're like, I don't know, do what you do. As long as it's not illegal, that it's literally hurting somebody else. Keep doing what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing that I could possibly say in a video to somebody to make you just put yourself in danger in a way that now everything is just so worse. Because I'm very careful and very specific with what it is that I do. And it's for each of us to do what we are able to deal with. And that's why for me, I'm not going to show you this is how you have to. When you see how the dog is acting and interacting, you may not be able to deal with that. So that's why I'm saying slow down, calm down, relax. Because when you're calm and you're relaxed, you're going to be able to process this through. Not even think it through, but the ideas and the concepts will come to you what you need to do and what you're capable of being able to do. Meaning you can't do the same stuff. And that's not in the sense of I'm better or you're better or I'm worse or you're superior. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to deal with who you are and what you're capable of being able to actually, the main thing is stay consistent with. For me, when a thought will come in of what if it's not going to work? What if what you're doing is meaningless? I have to like really just look around and just see what's going on in my life to in reality, that's why I think I like the dog the most over people, because they're really showing me what's actually going on. They're showing me like day by day, step by step, what's happening. And when I look around and I see, I can just look at this simple dog here and I see, and then I'm seeing how she's acting, especially just this past couple days with getting her to be around people and seeing that it's starting to go away, that her fear of this is their dad, they're going to hurt me, this is going to happen. Like there may be someone out there that's going to hurt you, but for me, if you just come up to me, I got my dog on a leash and you just come up and hit my dog, I'm probably going to put hands on you. That's probably one of the few times. If you come do that to my spouse, you come do that to my kids, I'm probably going to have to put, I probably won't have, that's a reflex in me that probably going to have to happen. Like something nice isn't going to come from you just coming up and just want to just start beating all my stuff. Like something's going to happen. I may not put hands on you right off. Something's going to happen. Like something's going to happen. We're not doing this. So I'm not going to put them in a dangerous situation. And that's the part of, I need them to trust me that I'm not going to do that, that I'm going to lead you to something that is going to be for the best for all of us to get better and better and stronger and be more resilient on these lands. And I had to just kind of like look around and just see like, if that thought came in of, what if what you're doing isn't working, isn't going anywhere? I have to like really just look around and just have a good self-reflection of what's actually happening. That's a weird thing to me that I'm going to get from people probably the remainder of my life. Mark, that ain't going to work. And I'm going to say, but it works for me. So this is the part that's been challenging for me and something that I want to say to somebody right now for sure. Who cares what they have to say when what it is that you have and what's going on with you is good? You're always going to have someone out there that's like, oh no, I would do it like this instead. I would do it bad. Cool. You do it. But if I'm able to get what it is that I'm happy with, that I'm excited about, that's working for me, that's getting me to be able to get where I want to, I need to stay focused on that. I need to stay at that. And I need to just triple down into that in reality. Just keep going further and further into that. Because that's what you are desiring, what you are wanting. The world is always trying to change us. And that's a weird thing that even your own thoughts are trying to change you. Even your own thoughts are trying to come in and tell you, no, that's not going to go anywhere. That's not going to make it. That something's going to fail with that. What you're doing is nothing. What you're doing isn't going to go anywhere. But when I'm actually like looking at seeing what I'm doing, when I'm able to just sit down and shut those thoughts down, which isn't easy, but it's something that I just realized really works really well, is just to learn how to sit in absolute silence. You're going to look around and realize I'm doing way better than I ever thought I would ever be in. And that's for pretty much all of us, no matter where we are and what we have and what we got going on in our lives right now. Right this moment, right now. Right this second, right now. You just shut the world off. Don't worry about what they say, what they got, what this is, what this is. If you're just able to sit and watch this video at minute 11 minutes, you are a blessed. I don't think you understand how blessed you are right now. How amazing of a life that you have right now. How it's incredible for you to be able to do such a thing. It's incredible. When you just shut it all off, who cares? You're behind on a bill or three. You barely have food in the fridge. But I'm going to tell you something right now. You have something. You have something. And you have a lot. And you have way more than a lot. And even if you're homeless and got a tent, you got a tent. You homeless and you got food. Somehow you're eating this is something that's still incredible to me when I really think about that concept. When these thoughts of you're not good and you don't have enough, I've somehow been able to eat and have enough, like forget even the food, but I've been able to have enough water and food and enough to just keep me around for 38 years at this moment now. I've been able to do that. Come soon, yep, about to be 39. 39 years I've been able to stay alive. That's incredible to me. Absolutely incredible. So when that thought says, oh, you don't have enough, I've had enough to be able to get here. And I'm almost going to guarantee that I'm going to have enough to continue to keep on going. Even though things can seem like it's getting hard, even though things can seem like it's getting challenging, I have enough to keep on going. I have enough to make it. I've had days, months, times, many times out here. I don't have enough to feed the dogs. I don't have enough to feed the animals. But yet somehow it always follows through. It just figures itself out. And I'm going to be sitting here stressing, I don't have it. And then all of a sudden, bam, there we go. We got it. Let's go. Let's make it. It just works that way. I've never not had enough food to feed the dogs. I got 5 freaking dogs and I feed them food. It's not getting easy anymore. That's actually pretty easy today, but it's getting more complicated in the sense that I got to put in more work because I'm trying to source it all my own self. And I've always been able to just figure it out and follow through. I've always been able to make it happen. A plan, an idea, something kicks in that just says we're good. But it only kicks in when I just say, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that thought that's telling me I'm wrong. I'm not going to listen to that thought that's telling me I'm a liar. I'm not going to listen to that thought that's telling me I'm not enough. I'm not going to listen to that. Because these are the things that I don't think that dogs have. I don't think they have that internal how we do. I don't think they have that. I think they're just moving right now. They're not moving in. I don't have enough food for tomorrow, so today I'm going to stress about it. I didn't have enough food when I was a child, so I'm going to keep on stressing about it today. So I make sure that I have to do things to make sure I never fall into that. I don't think they do that. I don't think they have that at all. That's why it's incredible for them to be able to get through things that I just look at like, wow, it's impressive. It's impressive how much work that I've gone through so far just this past couple of weeks. Ophi? This past couple of weeks with this dog sorry, I just don't want you licking all on us. You can itch, you can scratch. I don't like the licking. The licking leads to the, what do you call that? The raw skin. I'm kind of picky with my dogs a little bit. I try to help them out the best they can because I don't think they process. They just, in that moment, they're like, I got to itch, and they'll literally sit there and itch for 15 straight minutes. I'm like, buddy, you got the itch. I say this to myself. You got the itch already. Let it go. We got it. We can't just keep going and going and going and going and going. You got it. We're good. Just get out of it. And it's interesting because the dogs just easily do that. No problem, no hesitation, no issue, no anything. They just push through that with no problems. And that's for me when I'm really sitting back and just trying to really understand more about all the stuff that we have on these lands. Someone over there is always going to say what you're doing is wrong. They always will, but they don't know you. And that's what kind of got stuck in my brain for a little bit there. It's like watching other stuff and listening to other stuff and listening to other people talk and paying attention to other things, and they're always all this and all that, and you can't get anywhere with this, you can't get anywhere with that. But then I have to just sit and look at my stuff and just say, even a simple thing like that, I just tell the dog to stop licking, and she just stopped. And she's just like, cool, let me go over here. I'm just going to go lay down now. To me, that's what I'm looking for. A year ago, I'd have probably had to get hostile. I'd probably get loud. I'd probably have to yell a little bit. Probably have to go do something to convince them, or especially her, to just stop doing something. So when I'm looking at my stuff and I'm happy with what I have, I don't really care to listen to what anybody else has to say about what it is that I got going on. And that's something that is calming and relaxing to me in reality. Because if I'm always worried about what someone else is trying to tell me to do, I'm always going to be in this I'm never enough, I'm not good enough stance. As opposed to I just look and say what I have. What I have, I like it. And just stay at that. Stay strong at that. Stay firm in that. Just stay in that. And if you don't like it, then do what you need to do that you can figure out how to be able to make it to be able to get into a better place. And when you're seeing that you're getting stuff into a better place, just know that that's just, it is what it is. You're happy. Stay with that. Don't allow some outside noise to come and try to, or the main thing, not even outside noise, but your own thoughts even, to try to tell you that what's going on is nothing and it's pointless and it's not going to do anything. It's not going to go anywhere. That's the part of me that I believe is the most challenging with us as humans. And that's the part of us that I believe is being mass manipulated by a lot of this TV and movies and this YouTube and everything. It's always like hitting us with doses of you're not enough. You're not good. It's always hitting you with these doses that you need to be able to do this and then someone will like you. You need to look like this and then someone will like you. You need to be able to have this type of work and then you'll be appreciated. You need to be able to have this type of success, and that's what makes you be a good person on this planet. As opposed to just realizing that none of that, straight up, the way I look at life, right, especially today, none of that matters. You could be the president of the United States. Doesn't mean that you are happy and satisfied and comfortable and care about yourself. In most cases, we have to push so hard because we don't actually like ourselves, that when we get into that calm stance, we have to do something because we're scared and nervous and worried about who we actually really are. And a lot of us, and this is why it's complicated with a lot of this social stuff, because we never get a chance to sit in our own thoughts and hear that voice. We always are trying to escape it, to run over there and run over there and run over there, run over here, as opposed to just sit in it. Because sitting in it is challenging, because you're going to learn a lot about what it is that who you are. You're going to learn a lot about what it is that you really want to be able to do on this lands. But when you're looking at someone else and you're trying to be and trying to mirror, trying to mimic who they are, that's where we're constantly running. We're constantly running. We're trying to make ourselves be exciting because we're scared of something. We're scared of something. It's a thing that, at the end of the day, that's why the whole concept of a fearful dog and an overexcited dog, it's the same thing at the end of the day, in my mind, how I look at it. It's the same thing. They're identical, because you can approach both of the situations the exact same way and get the exact same response in the end, and get the same overall finished goal by approaching both of these things the same way. So both of them in reality are coming from something that is from the outside and not who you are. And that's where it's complicated when I'm really looking at dogs today, even a little bit. When I used to see an excited dog, I used to think like, well, it's happy. It's fun, it's happy. But in reality, the more that I'm like sitting here looking at them, the more I'm starting to see the fear that's in them. And they're only showing that excitement as, what do you call it, appeasement symptoms. They're only trying to look happy, look excited, just so that we'll leave them alone. Just so that we'll get off their back. It's an interesting thing when I'm just really thinking about all this. How can a happy looking dog be scared? How can a scared looking dog be happy? It's weird to really think about. Thank you. That's why for me, when it comes down to this chase stuff, when I'm looking at chasing dogs, most of these dogs, just in my opinion, because I've trained dogs to chase and trained dogs to chase for a task, they're scared of what they're chasing. They're not like, because something last night just happened again that just like opened my eyes up. I found a possum, and Man, there's going to be a couple of them out here more than likely because it wasn't that big. It was like middle size of an adult size. And he's out here. Little things are so creepy looking to me, but they're cute at the same time. But there's something that are destructive for me out here. And this is the thing. I'm going to tell a story that if you love possums, you know, they're destructive for my life out here. They kill baby chicks, they eat the eggs, and they're destructive. And they'll break through my fences to eat all my baby chicks, and they don't even eat them all. They just like take parts of it and start to lick and eat the blood. So they're an invasive species for me on my life with what I got out here. Same with the raccoons. All these animals are invasive. Rats, they're an invasive species that I have to get them out of here. And having to get them out of here isn't I'm going to rehome it. No, because then I'm just putting that on another one of my neighbors that is going to be mad at me. It's like me taking a rattlesnake from my property and putting it over at my neighbor's property. I'm rehoming it to save its life. My neighbor's going to be very, very, very upset with me because we don't do that. That's not how it works. In the city, yeah, y'all do what y'all do. Y'all take y'all possum from the city and bring it here, and then I'm just gonna kill it when it comes onto my property and starts eating all my stuff. But I'm looking at these dogs in this chase. And so all the dogs see this possum. Or they didn't see it at first, but I go ahead and took my BB gun to it. And then I put it outside in front of this garage here. All the dogs are looking at it like, they are terrified of this thing. So the first thing, Border Collie, and I was actually surprised by the Pyrenees, and it really gave me a whole different view of this dog. Because I used to think he was like, I knew he was nervous and scary, but I used to think that they barked more because of that, like, they're I don't want to use it, but like tough. Like, get out of here. But no, they're scared. So I brought this possum out, and the first thing that my Border Collie does when he's scared of something, he puts his mouth on it. He just full grips, and he don't really shake it. You don't know how to do that, but he put his mouth on it. Like, that's the first thing that he does. So when he gets a rat, first thing he does, he sees it, mouth. He doesn't stare at it. He just thinks, I'm going to get that thing as fast as possible. I'm putting it in my mouth. I'm about to get it out of here. And for me, that's fear. He's scared of it. That's not boldness, confidence. Boldness, confidence, especially for a possum that doesn't really run. They're not fast. Especially, I've already shot it, so it's just laying there limp. It's not even moving anymore. If a confident dog is going to look at that and say, oh, look at it. It's just sitting there. It's just done. And they would just walk off. But the scary part comes when they see these things. They go to just chase it because they have to get it out because they're scared of what it may do to them. And then I got it close enough, a little out, told the other dogs to go to the house, and because I always let Shadow, my Pyrenees, to sniff everything so that he just kind of, I don't know why, but I just feel like I want him to smell everything. So anything that I ever catch, I let him smell it and just hang out with it for a little bit. And this boy started barking. I brought it closer to him, and he just picked it up, and he shook the dang thing. And I'm like, Shadow. And he's only doing that out of fear. He's scared of it. This overexcited look, like, I wish I got a video of him. He looked excited. He looked happy. He looked like, oh my goodness, oh, this is awesome. And then when he finally got it, you could, like, as soon as he had his mouth on it, that's the instant that I saw the fear in him just go crazy. He was terrified. So he had to get it, and he had to hold it down. And then when he held it down, he's like, okay, I feel better now. And then he just dropped it, and then he would and once he realized for sure it's not moving, he would just sniff it. And everything calmed down from him. He's showing this overexcited because he's terrified of it. He's scared of it. And that's just really like all the stuff that I've been working on, like trying to get the dogs. This is the thing, it's complicated for me. I train my dogs to chase for a reason. And then I train the other ones, don't chase because I just don't need you to. And if you want to chase, we could play a game of chase. But I don't ever want you to chase a live animal ever again. So I've got dogs like that just don't chase live animals, period. And or chase them in the sense of if they are excited. I don't care if they chase and they're just like walking around doing what they're doing. It's a difference. That's how I want all my dogs to be. But when they're chasing and they've never had the chance to be able to say get through that fear, get through that overexcited that is actually fear, then they're going to do something crazy. They're going to do something wild. They're going to do what I guess dog is, but not really. Dogs don't go out to just go and kill stuff. That's weird if the dogs are doing that. That's why when a dog does it to another dog or a dog does it to a human, it's like, what the heck is going on with that dog? What's actually happening? That's not what they are. We have to like force the dogs to bite people. We have to force the dogs to bite and fight each other. We have to like convince them to do it so harshly. It's not just this, the dog is born and it just wants to go and attack another dog. That's not normal. So it starts to become unnormal that we're forcing it to do so. So in reality, when I'm just sitting here looking at this overexcited, the dog looks overexcited over something, it's not me even working the dog through overexcitement, it's me working the dog through fear. I need to help the dog through the fear. I need to show the dog that there's nothing to be scared of here. And when the dog is no longer scared of it anymore, then it's no longer going to have a reason to have to pursue it anymore. And then once the dog is no longer afraid of it anymore, then it can pursue it and be able to catch it or do what you want in a way that it's not going to hurt it anymore. So that's like how my border collie and my Johnny man here. Johnny at first, he used to try to kill all the chickens because he's terrified of them. But today he's not scared of it anymore, so he can hold it down. He can grab it. He can. I mean, this dude's getting kind of good that he can, because I don't care because it's their food. So I'm trying to make my life easy. I let him pick it up and bring it to me. So he'll pick it up. He's got it in his mouth. The chicken's freaking moving in his mouth, and they pretty much play dead already if it's in his mouth. But he'll bring it to me, and I take it straight to the little thing, and I just break the thing's neck and just go give it to the dogs to eat it. And he could do that and not just go in this rampage because he's no longer scared of it anymore. But every other dog that I see out here, especially when I bring dogs out here and I see them around these animals, they are terrified of these chickens. So they go to kill it. They go instantly to just go take its life, and they just chase, and it looks like they're having fun. It looks like they're excited, like, oh yeah, let's go do this. This is amazing. But it's not actually fun to the dog. It's not exciting. It's scared. It's terrified in reality. It's so terrified that it thinks that it's got to kill that before it kills them. And then when I really think about even just like rat hunting and mice hunting and all these mole hunting and all these things, is the dog being proficient at it because it's happy and excited, or is it because it's scared? Is it nervous? Because that's, I guess, where you're going to find the better dogs over the worse ones and work like that. Because if it's working out of fear, it's going to be a trash dog. But if it's working out of knowing that it's not scared of what it's chasing, what it's doing, and what its work is, it's going to be a very, very, very nice dog to be around. A very nice dog that's going to be doing the work that is going to make your life easy the way that these dogs are meant to do. But most cases I'm seeing, especially like most dogs, like probably almost 100% of dogs today don't have no work. So a lot of these dogs are terrified of the world, and they're expressing that in ways that's making us terrified because they're chasing in a way that can get our dogs hurt, I guess, at the end of the day is what I can say. The dogs really aren't all as excited for the most part that I'm really starting to realize. The dogs are more scared, and they're showing excitement to try to run away from the fear.